Hi, hi everyone. Thanks for joining today. Welcome to Get Your Play Online. Today we are going to be making an all about you ice cream craft. And since the theme today is, or for this week, is end of summer celebration and back to school, this is something that I once did in school, and I used it to kind of write some fun facts about me. And then I was able to talk to some of my classmates about those things and find classmates with similar things that they enjoyed, or were able to talk to them about some of the cool things they did during the summer. And so this is something that if you haven't started school already, when you start school, you can kind of talk to your classmates about some of the things that you maybe wrote on here. And so in order to do this craft, you're going to need some plain paper. You can also use colored paper if you want. We're going to be coloring the ice cream like how I did. I colored each scoop a different color. But if you don't want to color, then you could also use colored construction paper and just cut out scoops of ice cream from like different colored pages instead. And then since we're going to be writing some facts about ourselves on there, um, it might be helpful to have like a marker or a dark colored pencil or a dark crayon, and then have some colored pencils and crayons to color your ice creams. And we'll need scissors to cut them out and glue to glue it all together. And then you might also want a pen or pencil to outline your ice cream scoops, but you can also just use your crayon or colored pencil to do that as well. So before we start our craft, we're going to read a book. And the book that we're going to read today is If You Take a Mouse to School. And this was one of my favorite books. All right. So, if you guys can see that. If you take a mouse to school, he'll ask you for your lunchbox. When you give him your lunchbox, he'll want a sandwich and a snack for later. Then he'll need a notebook and some pencils. He'll probably want to share your backpack too. When you get to school, he'll put his things in your locker and take a look around. He might do a little math and spell a word or two. He'll even try a science experiment. Then he'll need to wash up. You'll have to take him to the bathroom. And once he's nice and clean, see, he's got all purple. He'll be ready for lunch. On the way to the lunchroom, he'll see some building blocks. And he'll build a little mouse house. It's actually a pretty impressive house that he built. Got furniture and everything. And he'll make some furniture out of clay. Then he'll need some books for his bookshelf. He'll start by writing one of his own, so he'll need a lot of paper. He'll probably use up all of your pencils. And when he's finished, he'll want to read his book to you. Then he'll want to take it home, so he'll put it in your mailbox and tuck it in a safe place. When the bell rings, he'll run out to wait for the bus. While he's waiting, he'll play a quick game of soccer. Then he'll ask you to shoot a few baskets. and do a little skateboarding. When he stops to catch his breath, he'll want to eat his snack. So he'll ask you for your lunchbox. And chances are, if he asks for your lunchbox, you'll have to take him back to school. All right, guys. So now we can start our little craft. I hope you liked that book. They have a ton of those if you take a mouse to places. A lot of books like that. They're always really funny. Okay, so to get started, I'm going to take my paper. So like I said, I'm using plain paper. If you want, you can use colored paper, and instead of coloring your ice creams, you can just use colored paper and cut those out. But I want to color mine. So to get started, I'm going to take my pen and I'm going to draw an outline of an ice cream scoop. And so just for reference when looking at these, I kind of just drew a half circle with some like bumps on the bottom. And you can draw them however you want. Whatever, if you want to draw one that's like dripping because it's melting and you want like a longer line, you can do that too. Whatever way that you want to do it. And try and make them kind of big because we're going to be writing our facts about ourselves on there. And so you want them to be big enough to fit all of your words. And I'm just going to draw all of my ice cream scoops first, and then I'll go back and color them. So this is the first one that I drew. They don't have to be perfect. Also, you're going to be coloring them, so that you can cover up any mistakes that you make. And I'm probably going to draw about 5 or 6 of them. You can draw more if you want. If you want like a really, really tall ice cream scoop, that's fine. However many you want, but probably at least 5 or 6. Just to show you guys, I have a few of them already. I'm going to keep drawing some though. You can make them different sizes too if you want. They don't have to be all the same size. All right. So I have 6 ice cream scoops here. And I'm also going to draw a cone. So just like a triangle like that. So that we can put all of our ice cream scoops on top. Like that. So now that we have all of our ice cream scoops drawn out, I'm going to color them, and then I'm going to be using colored pencils just because I think it's easier to write our facts on colored pencil than it is sometimes on crayon. But if you have a marker, you can also easily write on top of crayon. And so whatever materials you want to use, you're more than welcome to use those. And you can draw all of your ice creams different colors. You can make them into specific ice creams that maybe you've had. Like if you want to do like chocolate chip cookie dough, you could draw some little cookie dough chunks and some chocolate chips. Or mint chocolate chip, you could draw some green ice cream with some chocolate chips inside. So whatever kind of ice creams that you want to draw, or you can just do them fun colors. They don't even have to be after certain ice cream colors. Like I have like orange and pink and red, and I wasn't really going after any specific ice cream flavors, and so whatever you guys want to do for coloring your ice cream, that is fine. All right, so I finished my first one. I decided to go with mint chocolate chip, and so I modeled mine after that. Like I said, you guys don't have to make them into ice creams if you don't want to, but like ice cream flavors, but you can if you want. And it might be easier if you stick with lighter colors since you will be writing on top of these. So if you choose like a really dark color, it might be hard to see your words. Just keep that in mind when you're picking your colors. You can add little designs if you want to, like swirls in your ice cream if you want. Sprinkles. Or like sometimes ice cream have little fruit pieces in them, so you can put that. That's what I have so far. I think I'm gonna do my next one as yellow. I don't think I've ever had a yellow ice cream. I've had lemon ice cream, but usually it's clear. But I just want some summery colors on my All About Me ice cream, and so that's what I'm choosing. I think on my yellow one, I might add some rainbow sprinkles. Different colors on there. There's my ice cream with the sprinkles. Oops. All right, I have two more. I think I'm gonna do a blue one next. I think in my blue one, I might add some swirls in there. All right, for my last ice cream, I think I'm gonna do orange. Well, actually, this crayon is called Macaroni and Cheese, but that's what color. So I have all of my ice creams colored. My ice cream scoops are colored. So the next step would be for us to color the cone. And so usually cones are like a light brown kind of color. They have crisscrosses. So I'm going to draw diagonal lines down the side and then go the other way to kind of make squares, just like a cone would have. So like that. And then I'm going to color it in. I might use a little bit different of a color to color it in so the lines stick out. Just color it really lightly. And you can also make your cone a different color if you want. If you want your cone to be like a funky color, then you can do that. Alright, and then once you have your cone all colored, I think it's going to be easiest if we write our facts on here while everything is still attached to the paper. So, and then we'll cut them out and then glue it all together. So when we're writing our facts, just be careful because we don't want to write any of the words too close to the top of the ice cream because that's the part that's going to be glued onto the next one. And then if you write your words too close to the top, then some of your words might not be able to be seen. So some of the facts that we're going to write about today, if these are some ideas for you. So if when I pick what one we're going to do, if you decide you don't want to do that one, then you can pick a different one. So you could write I'm really good at, and then whatever you think you're really good at, something that is unique or different about you, maybe your favorite food, your favorite color, favorite animal, favorite season of the year, favorite sports team, or maybe like one of your favorite things to do. So I think what I'm going to start with, and I'm using a marker now to write over my ice cream. And so I think I'm going to start with favorite color. And so you can pick any of your ice creams, whatever one you want to write this on. And remember, not too close to the top. My favorite color is navy blue. So I just picked one of my ice creams and wrote favorite color, navy blue. And you don't have to write out the question if you don't want to, if it's easier, like maybe you don't have enough space, or if you don't want to write out the whole thing, then you can just write navy blue, as long as you remember what question that was answering. And if you don't want to write it out, you can also draw it. So if instead of writing favorite color and writing navy blue, you could have taken like a navy blue marker or navy blue colored pencil and just like put like a circle in there. Or like if you do favorite food, you can just draw your favorite food, however you want to do it. And so I think I am going to do favorite food next. That'll be the next question I'll answer. So I'll pick a new ice cream scoop and write favorite food. And my favorite food is spaghetti. So I wrote favorite food, spaghetti. The next question I'm going to do is favorite animal. And again, if you guys don't want to do these questions, you can think of different ones. Use some of the other examples that I read to you. So my favorite animal is a dolphin. Favorite animal, dolphin. I'm going to do favorite sports team next. So favorite. And so I live in New England, and so my favorite sports team is the Red Sox. Because I like to watch baseball too, so I wrote that up there. So I have 4 of my 6 ice cream scoops done. So some of the ones that we have, some of the questions that we haven't answered yet would be something that you're really good at, something unique about yourself, some of your favorite things to do, maybe your favorite season of the year. So I'm going to do favorite things to do. And so I really like to read and spend time with my friends and family. That's a really long one. So you might not have room, but tried to squeeze it in there. And remember, I didn't want to go too close to the top because we're going to be gluing the ice cream scoops on top of each other, and so we don't want to cut off any of your words. All right, for the last one, I think I'm going to do something unique about me. And so this can just be a fun fact about you. It could be something that is different about you. One thing that's unique about me is I like going scuba diving. So I have my scuba diving certification. And so that's something that's unique about me. Whatever you think is unique. Could be something that you like to do that maybe not a lot of people like to do, like a unique hobby or a unique skill that you have. Whatever you think. And so I have all my ice cream scoops done now. So the next step is we're going to cut them all out. So we're going to be using some scissors, so just be careful. You can ask a grown-up for help if you need to. Try and go slow around the bottom of my ice creams because I don't want to cut any of the edges on the bottom. if you did more ice cream scoops and you're trying to think of questions, some of the ones that we didn't do were maybe something that you're really good at. Maybe your favorite season, favorite type of music to listen to, or like your favorite band or singer. Maybe like your favorite TV show or your favorite movie to watch. So if you have extra ice cream scoops, those are some of the things that you could probably write on there. Or you can think of your own questions and just write like fun facts about yourself, or leave them blank if you just wanted like a really, really tall ice cream. And once we're done cutting all of our ice cream scoops out, then we can glue them together. Just have a couple more to still cut out on my end. Alright, so some of my ice cream scoops are different sizes. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put the biggest ice cream scoop on the bottom and then work my way up to the smallest ice cream scoop. You can do yours all mixed matched if you want. I just think that's what is going to work best for mine. So I have all of my scoops cut out and I got my glue. And so I'm going to start with the cone. Find my biggest one. And I'm using a glue stick just because I think it dries a little better than the liquid glue. So I put my first scoop on there. And so now I'm just going to work my way up and keep building my ice cream cone by adding my scoops on there. Like that. I'm trying not to cover up any of my words. I'm just being careful with what I'm doing, where I'm putting my scoops. I have 4 scoops. I got a couple left. Okay, so I finished my ice cream cone. So like I said, these are all fun facts that you can use about yourself to make new friends or just talk about with your friends that you already have at school. So you can like kind of go up to your friends and say, hey, my favorite food's spaghetti. What's yours? And maybe it will be the same. Maybe it will be something different. Maybe it's something you like. Maybe it's something you've never heard of. But then you can kind of ask him about it, and if it's something that you've never heard of, and say, "Oh, I've never heard of that. What's that?" And then you guys can, start talking. And so these are all things that are cool about you, unique to you. And so I hope you guys enjoyed making this craft with me today. And I hope you're having a good end of the summer. And if you have started school already, a good back to school. And if you haven't, then I hope that your first week back is great. Thanks for joining today. Have a good rest of your day, everybody.